Now, amid tumult in Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Adityanath is at the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's residence in Delhi for a key meeting as murmurs grow against him in the party and there are questions over his government's handling of the pandemic in UP. First, let's go across to Sanket. And Sanket, this has been building for a while. What we do know is there's going to be no change at the top in Uttar Pradesh. However, we could see a cabinet expansion.
Well, yes, the one thing which is very clear, Gargi, is that Yogi Adityanath is not going to be changed because of the entire crisis or the controversy. And we have discussed that in great detail. However, there will be certain changes largely acceptable to all in the organization as well as the government in Uttar Pradesh. Now, what those changes will be, I think that is very, very important. However, while all of this is happening, while the BJP is fixing its own house, there is also a problem with the allies. Now, we know with a Herculean mandate like 300 plus, the BJP doesn't really need or care in terms of numbers for allies. But in a post-poll scenario in 2022, the BJP wants to humor these allies well. And on the allies front, things are a mixed bag. Because on one hand, you have Mr. Rajbhar, who has gone on record to say that the BJP is a dubti naya, a sinking ship, and there is no way we can have business or truck with them. On the other hand, strong efforts are being made by the Bharatiya Janata Party to keep and humor allies. For instance, as Alok was mentioning in an earlier broadcast, crucial meetings of Anupriya Patel with Amit Shah. Will she find some prominent place in the UP cabinet expansion? The other big meeting between A.K. Sharma, the close confidant of the Prime Minister, who is also up for an elevation in the UP cabinet reshuffle, in talks with the Nishad party, Mr. Praveen Nishad. Now, this is a man, as Alok was mentioning, who won Yogi Adityanath's seat when it fell vacant and took it away from the BJP. Then he did business with the BJP. So humoring these small allies also in a post-poll scenario seems to be one more round of strategy that the BJP has launched, that we should not just fix our own house or put it in order, but in a reorganization must also take care of these allies and accommodate them and be accessible to them and their needs. To be fighting fit for the UP elections.
Right. Now, look, this is not the first time that MLAs, have expressed some discontent with Adityanath. However, it's now Mission 2022 and the BJP very keen to iron out any sort of issues, any sort of problems ahead of that, isn't it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And you are again right in saying that this is not the first time that MLAs have spoken out, but the collective voice of these MLAs has been stronger in the last some time. It's been around for a while, I mean, I remember that even last year, as we were discussing in an earlier broadcast, there was a situation where at least 4 to 5 MLAs of the BJP had sat on a dharna against their own government, which is the Adityanath government, inside the Vidhan Sabha, and that drama went on. I mean, by drama, I mean political drama, went on for a long time, for many, many hours, and we reported on that. And the pandemic has only hastened what many feel are the inaccessible ways, the voice against what many feel are the inaccessible ways of the Chief Minister. I remember that a while ago I was reporting on what the MLAs were thinking or saying about the handling of the pandemic by the government. And there's an MLA, BJP MLA by the name of Rakesh Rathod. Now, he's been vocal in the past too. But he made a very interesting comment, when a reporter asked him about a hospital that had been lying vacant and it had not been started even by the Adityanath government. It was sanctioned and built, I think, by the Akhilesh Yadav government. And then the Adityanath government also failed to operationalize it. And he said, कि भाई मैं क्या बोलूँ, अगर मैं ज़्यादा बोलूँगा तो मेरे ऊपर राष्ट्रद्रोह का मुकदमा हो जाएगा. And then the reporter asked him कि भाई, do you mean to say that anyone, even the MLAs, have no voice in this government? And he asked a counter question saying, do you think we do? And that more or less sums up what many have expressed or have not expressed but said it off record, that they feel that there needs to be a definite course correction in the way the government has gone about its business, led by the person at the very top. And that is why you have these host of meetings that are taking place. And like Sanket was pointing out, very soon we'll know what comes out of it. One hopes that we will get to know that after this killer oppressive heat comes down a little.
All right, Alok and Arvind, so this meeting has been going on for a while. What's the latest you can tell us? Yesterday we know that Adityanath met with Amit Shah for 90 minutes. He also is going to be meeting with the BJP Chief Nadda today.
Yeah, Gargi, the meeting between the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath started somewhere around 10:45 a.m. and it's well at 12. What we are seeing is that this meeting it's almost 1 hour. The meeting is still continuing. So another long meeting that is happening between the UP Chief Minister and also a central BJP leader. Yesterday we saw a similar kind of 90 minutes meeting between the UP Chief Minister and Union Home Minister, and similar kind of a long meeting that is still currently underway at the Prime Minister residence. So what we are being told is that, like Sanket and Alok have been reporting, that the BJP wants to iron out all the differences, and also they want to sort out all the issues well ahead of the UP Assembly elections, which is scheduled next year, because UP is a very crucial state when it comes to BJP. So BJP will not be taking any kind of chances, because the Panchayat poll results have given them a warning signal, and that's why they want to sort out all the differences. Even yesterday, Apna Dal leader Anupriya Patel also met with Union Home Minister Amit Shah at his residence right after UP Chief Minister met him. So what we are being told is that in the next cabinet reshuffle, at least in Uttar Pradesh, there will be some kind of accommodation of allies also. So what we are seeing here is some kind of a vehicular movement. What we are seeing, some of the patrol, the security escort vehicles of UP Chief Minister is currently moving outside the Prime Minister's residence. So it's a sign that the meeting is almost over between the Prime Minister and also UP Chief Minister. So anytime from now, we can expect that the UP Chief Minister to come out of Prime Minister's residence. From here, he will be directly heading to BJP Chief JP Nadda's residence, because there will be another round of meeting between the UP Chief Minister and also BJP National President JP Nadda. Again, what we are hearing is that, again, even that will be a long meeting. So 3 long meetings between UP Chief Minister and Union Home Minister, Prime Minister and also BJP Chief. We have to wait for the outcome of the meeting.